this video, pag-aaralan natin how to find the domain and range of a function. Sa previous lesson natin, diniscuss natin yung for representation of a relation, and today, ipapakita natin how to get the domain and range of a function using the four different representation. Uunahin natin yung ordered pair. Let's say we have the given relation or set of ordered pair, which is this one. We have 4, 2, 1, -1, 0, -2, and 2, 0. So how to find the domain and range given that relation which is written in ordered pair? So ang gagawin lang natin, i-represent lang natin siya as sets. So for example, we have the domain. The set of domain are, or yung mga x or first element in our ordered pair, we have 4, and then 1, 0, and +2. So if ever na meron tayong naulit na element, let's say 4, tapos naulit yung 4 sa last part, meron ulit tayo ditong 4, we will only write 4 once since it is represented using sets. And then for the range or set of range, meron tayong yung mga second element or yung mga value ng y. +2, -1, -2, and 0. So as you can see, ang example natin ay function, or this is an example of function since we have unique element for the value of x. For our next representation, let's say we need to get the domain and range of a function given the table. So we have the values of x, which are 0, -1, 1, and 2. Then for the values of y, we have 1, 0, 2, and 3. Then ang gagawin natin, we have to find the domain or list all the domain and range. So ganun pa rin, kagaya ng ginawa natin dito sa ordered pair, i-represent lang natin siya as a set of domain. We have 0, -1, 1, and 2. Then for the range, we have 1, 0, 2, and 3. Yan, ganyan lang kadali kapag i-represent natin given the ordered pair and the table. And next is the arrow diagram. So how are we going to find the domain and range of a function if the given is in arrow diagram? So ang gagawin lang natin, since this is written using this form, kukunin lang natin or ililista lang ulit natin yung mga domain or set of x, gaya lang din nung kanina. We will represent that using set. So we have domain or the set of element in x. So we have 1, 0, and 4. And then for the range or y, we have the given element 3, 1, and 9. Now, para sa ating last representation, so what if the given is graph and then you have to find the domain and range? Okay, so in given number 1, katulad lang ito ng given sa inyong activity sheets, wherein meron kayong makikita na mga nakaplat na points. So in finding the domain and range, you have to, or you can name first all the ordered pair na nakaplat sa ating Cartesian plane para mas madali nyong mailista mamaya yung inyong mga domain and range. So for example, we have 3 points na nakaplat. The first one is -1, 1. So meron tayong -1, 1. Then ito ay 1, -1. 1, -1. And then for our last, we have +2, -2. So, meron tayong 3 points. Now, from that 3 points, i-identify na natin what are the set of domain. Para lang kayo nagkaroon ng additional na gagawin bago nyo i-define yung mga set of domain and the set of range. So, for domain, we have -1, 1, and 2, o yung mga first element natin sa ordered pair. And then, for the set of range, or the second element, we have 1, -1, -2. So, ayan na yung ating domain and range. Now, what if ganito ang itsura ng ating graph? We all know that when we say domain, yun yung set of all the possible values of our x. And range, that is the set of all the possible values for y. Ibig sabihin, kapag ganito ang graph, so titingnan natin mabuti, ano yung mga set ng range or domain or possible set of the domain na meron tayo dito sa graph. So this is our domain or the x-axis. So kung titingnan natin yung line, since this is extending, ibig sabihin yung values ng x na na-cover ng ating graph ay infinite. It's the number or the positive values of x, which is yung nasa side na to, since ito ay with arrow, or ibig sabihin, extending pa siya. So, lahat ng possible values ng x na positive ay pwede nating maging value. The same with the negative values of x, since yung ating kabilang line ay nag-e-extend din doon. Ibig sabihin, pag in-extend natin na in-extend, yung lahat ng possible values ng negative ay pwede nating isama sa lista. So, ang nakita natin, pwede yung lahat ng positive values ng x, since nadadaanan siya nung graph natin, pwede rin lahat ng possible values ng x ay negative, since madadaanan din siya nung graph. So, paano natin siya ililista? We can simply write R, which means set of all real numbers, or pwede rin naman, ilagay mismo natin na yung domain is a set of all real numbers. Ibig sabihin nun, negative and positive values for x ay pwede lahat. Okay? Now, what about the range? Since ang range natin ay yung y, so ano-ano yung mga possible na value na pwede nating maisama given itong graph na to? Starting from this point, since hindi na natin pwede isama yung mga nasa baba, and this point is -2, so ano yung limit naman niya pataas? Since ito ay with arrow, ibig sabihin, extending pa yan. So we can get all the values of y na nasa taas ng -2. So paano natin siya ililista? The easiest way para maipakita natin lahat ng set of all the possible values for y is to write y, shade yung ating circle, ibig sabihin included yung point na to. Meron kasi tayong may encounter na graph na this is just circle tapos walang shade yung circle na yan. Ibig sabihin not included yung point. So in this example, included siya sa solution. Ibig sabihin, we can say that the range or all the possible values for y are the numbers which is greater than or equal to -2. So included yung -2. So ano-ano yon? -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and etc. So pwede na lang natin siyang ipakita ng ganito kasimple. Okay, next. For our third example, we have this kind of graph. Observe ulit natin, ano-ano kaya yung mga possible values for x. So this time, hindi natin siya pwedeng sabihin na set of all real numbers since hindi naman siya naka-arrow. Limited this time ang ating values for the domain or the x. So saan magsisimula? Including this point, since naka-shade ulit siya, Anong point ito? So we have positive 3. And then, from positive 3 and lahat ng values na madadaanan pa ng ating graph. So positive 3, kasama din si positive 2, and papunta dito, etc. Ibig sabihin, kapag in-extend mo yung line, lahat pa ng values ng x na nasa negative ay kasama. So pwede na lang natin siyang ipakita using this symbol. The values for x is the numbers which are, or the values for x are the numbers which are less than or equal to positive 3. So ano-ano yon? We have positive 2, positive 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, and etc. So dito sa symbol na to, napakita na natin what are the possible values for x. Then, we have the range. Now, observe our graph. Since wala itong arrow, ibig sabihin, hindi na natin pwedeng isama sa solution or possible values yung mga nasa baba. So, saan nag-start? Since ito yung ating tinatawag na range. Pakita natin. Diba yung range na tinatawag, ito, yung ating y. Sabihin, ito lang yung mga sakop niya. Ayan. Simula dito. So, lahat lang yung mga nasa taas. Ito yung tinatawag na range. Okay, now what are the values of y na pwede nating isama? Starting from 0, then we can also have positive 1, positive 2, positive 3. Pag in-extend pa natin yung graph natin, which is pataas, ibig sabihin, we can say that aangat pa siya, then kasama pa lahat ng values ng y na nandito sa taas. So to represent that, range are the set of numbers which are greater than or equal to, since naka-shade, 0. Anong ibig sabihin yan? Ang mga numbers na tinutukoy natin ay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and etc. So, ganyan lang kadali ang pagkuha ng domain and range given the four representation which are graph, table, ordered pair, and arrow diagram.